He is self-taught, hails from Garankuwa in Pretoria and spent his last few years at Les Creatifs under the guidance and mentorship of Chef Montshiwa and Wandile Mabaso. It was not long before he spread his wings to focus on his project titled Little Tortuga, which prides itself in giving clients culinary home experiences. Chef Thabiso Ngwato joins us now via Zoom to take us through his culinary journey. Thabiso, a very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Morning, Simpiwe, and morning to your viewers.
Now, Thabiso, take us back when you first discovered your love for food. What was happening in your life at the time?
Well, I could say that when I started out, it began shortly after I had quit my job in IT, and then because I simply did not have the passion for it. And then after that, I simply started going forward with experimenting in the kitchen because I always loved cooking.
So and at what point did you decide that food or the culinary space is worth paying attention to? When you quit that job, did you really have it in you at the time that you really want to explore your culinary escapades?
Well, at the time, I didn't know that I could do it, but as time went, I believed that I believed in myself mostly, and then I started cooking for people at home, and they kept on saying, "Food is good, your food is good." And then after that, that's when I started veering out, and I went to a market in Pretoria. They called it Trip Switch at the time. And from there, I started receiving good feedback from the people, and that's when it all began for me.
You started experimenting with the recipes back in 2013, isn't it? What gave you the confidence to put yourself or your food out there?
I think the reception from people, mostly. Okay. It was the reception mostly, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So how would you describe your cooking style or aesthetic?
It's more of experimental gastronomy, which is mostly influenced by things that I've been doing, things that I see on TV, and mostly the people that I've worked for,
And who would you credit for some of your successes?
So basically,
who was there cheering you on?
Mostly family members. My mother, happy Mother's Day to her, and basically my previous employers as well. They played a big role in the person that I am today.
Okay, and what inspires you, and what is it about the space that you currently occupy that makes it worth waking up to every morning?
My inspiration, I grab it from wanting to better myself every time. For one, I know that in our country, I wouldn't say we necessarily have. Well, we do have a big fine dining industry, but there's still more to offer people, and people who necessarily can't afford the big restaurants and all of that.
Yeah,
they can get that experience from people like me.
All right, let's talk about your project, Little Tortuga, and what's that all about?
So Little Tortuga is a name that I got back then, because I always believed in the story of the hare and the rabbit. How the hare and the rabbit race, and the rabbit is so fast, but in the end, the turtle wins. So Tortuga basically means turtle. So as slow as people might see me be, I always believe that in the end, I'm going to end up on top as the winner.
Wow, I like that. And you pride yourself in giving clients culinary home experiences. Tell us more about this and what this means.
Yes, so after leaving the restaurant where I used to work, a friend of mine, we decided that we're not just going to sit and hope for the next job. So in bettering ourselves, we decided that we're going to start doing home experiences. So in a home experience, basically what the client would ask is if they're hosting a party, a dinner, anniversary, or anything like that, they just give us a shout, and then we we come up with the menu for them, and then we execute on the day. It's a very long process when it comes to execution, because we use all the skills that we've obtained from our previous chefs, and which means that we take pride in what we do, and we try to excel to the best of our level.
Make me understand about this home experience. Do you actually go to the clients' homes and use their cooking utensils and everything that you need to come up with whatever dish that they require? Or do you do that at your own space and then take it to them?
So what happens usually is that I use my own space when I start off cooking, and then I finish it off at the client's house, because sometimes it's a thing that when I get there, it's a matter of time. So during that, you can't necessarily have, when the client wants you over, they're not always home the whole day. You understand? Mm-hmm. So it means that I'm gonna start off with most of the things by my place, and then after that I go to the client's place, set up the table, set up the drinks, and then we execute from there. And then some of the times I also take along a mixologist. So you find that we do a dinner with a cocktail pairing. So what I offer most times is it's between a 3-course to a 6-course dinner. And then if they also need a mixologist, I organize a mixologist, and then they come through and we execute to the best of our abilities.
So what's your specialty, Thabiso? Is it African cuisine, or is it one of those international cuisines?
So my specialty is more a mix of African cuisine and using techniques from international backgrounds, you know.
Okay.
So I'm always on the internet searching on how to cook things, how to do certain things, and then I try to implement it mostly with our African cuisine. So you find that within a dessert, we could make you a mabele custard, you know.
Wow, mabele custard.
Yeah.
Jeez, man, you've just given me ideas. Take us through. How would you do that?
So we'd probably use in our language here, we call it hobidisa. So basically we take the whole mabele that has been fermented, and then we use the basic technique of making custard, and we incorporate the whole textures of the mabele in it. So in the end, you still get that whole feel of mabele and the custard within the whole dish.
So you cook it as you would cook custard, isn't it? With the fermented mabele?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow. What would you serve it with?
So basically, we'd serve it probably with a poached pear, and then probably have other elements, like we'd have fresh fruit on it to accompany it, and we'd also have something like a sorbet, you know, just to balance everything out. So with cooking, it's all about balance. So when you cook mabele, you know that mabele has a certain texture and taste to it. So finding the right balance is always key when making dishes.
Got you, man. Mabele custard it is then. So for those clients, who want a taste of your home experience and maybe a taste of that mabele custard, how would they reach out to you?
So they'd simply just find me on Instagram, because that's where I post mostly, and that's where I'm available.
Okay.
So yeah, under my username,
what's your Instagram handle?
Ivan_Tortuga. So yeah,
say that again.
_Tortuga. That's my handle on.
_Tortuga.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thabiso, great chatting to you, man. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, great stuff. Well, Garankuwa-born self-taught chef Thabiso Ngwato taking us through his culinary journey and what it entailed. He's currently busy with a project titled Little Tortuga.